Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hello. Hey, welcome to the
We'll
CC.
cut this off.
Yeah. We're not here today, folks. It's been a weekend. We'll talk about it. Welcome to the CCJT Amateur Hour, CC,
JT.
where production values go to die. And it's awfully good to be back on the air. We had an emotional Thanksgiving. We had an emotional Thanksgiving. We got to see the awesome aunt and the awesome uncle in West Sac, River City, and I got to spend a couple days down there in the Arctic Circle that is known as West Sacramento. It's the coldest I've ever been in Sacramento.
It gets cold in California in the winter. It's just not as cold as we're used to up here, but there is more humidity, so it feels different.
Yeah, boy, was it? It was
Chilly.
It was chilly.
Yes,
It was
it was
chilly.
chilly.
It was chilly. But we got to see loved ones. We got to have a great turkey meal, courtesy of Eppies on West Sacramento. Always worth a stop. And also worth a stop, Carol's on, what is it, West Capitol?
West Capitol, yes.
Yes. So if you are a Sacramento area person, we definitely recommend Eppies, and we definitely recommend Carol's. Just really great food, great atmosphere.
Yep.
It's just you don't feel like like you're going to an IHOP by any stretch,
No.
or Denny's. It feels like you're
in a local diner.
Yeah, you're really good local diner, and I guess they did really good business on Thanksgiving. So.
It sounds like one of the wait staff there had worked Thanksgiving, and she was very tired. She looked exhausted,
Yeah.
poor thing. And that was 2 days later when we saw her. So they had quite the busy day, and people do get a little testy when they have to wait, even on the holidays. So, it's just a reminder that we all need to be patient and try to do our best to remember that other people have their limitations. They had space limitations. They had people who had reservations, and there was a lot going on.
Show some kindness, folks. I mean,
Yes.
it's kindness costs nothing. And so, we really, really, really felt for her. So we got a few things going on, writing things, and it's going to be mostly... as I described to my uncle the other day, writing is basically two things. Make money and spend money.
Yes.
Especially the spend money, the spending $500 to earn $5 kind of thing. And we're going to be talking about that side of the house pretty much today. But just for writing I've come up with a plan. For those of you that are interested, I've come up with, in here, I'm kind of drafting books 3, 4, and 5. God, we're tired. It's been 3, 4, and 5 of the Maggie books. But also what's happening there is expanding way out into other universes. We're going to talk about. We're going to do a demo on one in a second. But we've been mostly in Amazon.
Yes,
an Amazon shop.
Exclusive
Yes. Amazon shop, but nothing sold, nothing selling, and we need to take responsibility for that because really we haven't.
We're learning marketing.
We're learning marketing. Marketing
Yep.
definitely is the weak part. So indie publishing, as we keep repeating ourselves, is not for wimps. Not only do you have to come up with a product, but you have to find ways to sell the product and put the product up on the shelf. And we're talking about putting the product up on the shelf.
In multiple locations.
So we do the Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Kobo, which I guess has a big international presence. So you're going to find all of our books, out on Kobo now. And we're going to Apple Books, and we're going to be doing Google Play Books. So just all over the place. And what I might do is I might take a screenshot of my spreadsheet where I'm trying to keep all of this tracked. And it's like...
To be fair, though, JT loves Excel, so this gives him an excuse to play with Excel.
Yeah, well, this will be the Google version, but it's the same version.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's spreadsheets.
Like spreadsheets are.
So just it's something like we've got 30-something presents. That's not the right word. Instances right there so far, and haven't even really begun to do Apple and Google. And just very quickly, of the 5. And I'm going to repeat them again. So Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Kobo, Apple, and Google. Now, I'm going to eliminate Google, and I'm going to eliminate Apple, because I really haven't set up books on there yet, because I'm in pending, waiting for the accounts to be approved. And those can take days. So if you're expecting a quick turnaround to get your books posted, you can probably post your books on these guys, but you have to wait and wait and wait to get approved because they're reviewing tax documents, they're reviewing other facets of your account. And I'm still in pending status for those two guys. So I've posted, I think, one book each out on there, and I'm just waiting.
Right.
Because I don't want to get caught up in posting all the books and then have all sorts of account problems. So I'm going to wait on that.
But the thing is that once those accounts are set up,
yeah,
hopefully you don't have as much of a wait. So it's an initial investment in time.
Right.
But later on it should be smoother.
Yeah. And of the 5, the easiest one is Kobo. Kobo was just really, really easy. They've got it all figured out. And so I got those books up there lickety split. And it's like, it's like in one day I could put 3 or 4 books up there, and there's no way I could do that in some of the others. But and it's just about presence. What was I going to say? I was going to say, we're going to do a quick unboxing.
Yep.
And then we're going to talk about something else that's exciting that we're looking forward to.
Yep.
So we're going to do the quick unboxing, and what we're unboxing is, we're going to be unboxing.
So this is the Amazon paperback of the Tucci Chronicles, which is the compilation of Love and Death on I-80 West and Starting Over in Vegas. So this is the Amazon. Obviously, it has the proof banner on it. So, but it looks good. So we're going to be comparing the quality of the Amazon version versus we have the Barnes & Noble version.
Right. So, and the first thing, we just got this yesterday, so made the decision to save it for you people. Yay! So this is the Tucci on Barnes & Noble, and I'm going to tell you right now, just right from it, it's lighter.
It feels thinner, yes.
Yeah, it's definitely thinner. So let's go ahead and get this puppy opened.
Drum roll.
Woo, drum roll. Have to show some, wow, yeah, look at that.
They wrapped that really well.
They wrapped it well. Okay, so take it off camera here.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, dropped it in the garbage. Like
2
I planned
points.
it that way. I totally did. Okay, almost there. Rip. At least I'm trying to anyway. While I'm doing this very quickly, do you want to talk about your writing really quick, or?
Well, we've been having some discussion and related to things that I'm guessing we will be talking about later in this podcast. I may be putting my writing on hold temporarily for now, and because I haven't really done much recently. There's a lot going on in other parts of my life, so I haven't had the ability to focus on writing as much as I'd like to. So maybe a slight pause on that, but I will get back to it. I'm not giving it up completely.
And I think this goes back to, every writer's life, especially if, and Cece has been, I've been seeing her, I hate to use the word suffering, but she's definitely been stressing because her work is very stressful. And then she comes home and just, drained. And then she gets stressed out about and, aggravated about, not writing.
Yes.
Which she desperately wants to, but she doesn't have the gumption. So it's sort of like, you get hit.
It's a loop.
Yeah, you get hit with the left hand by work, and you get hit with the right hand by work.
Right.
And so I suggested that maybe
at least a hiatus.
Yeah.
Possibly until I retire, but we'll see. At least I feel like, as we've mentioned in the last year quite frequently, that we had the flooding in the basement, and so our house has been in quite a bit of disarray, which is probably my third big stressor, is that I'm not feeling like we're back in our comfort zone because stuff is everywhere. So I may shift my focus to getting our environment straightened out and less stressful. Then I might kind of ease back into writing, or I might wait until I retire to get back into it.
Okay.
So are we ready?
We're ready. So let's give this a good pull, I think. There we go.
Definitely thinner.
Oh yeah, look at that. Okay,
so they don't put the banner on it.
They didn't put the banner. That's different.
So okay, if you
I'm
hold
just seeing
it
if the whole book is in here. I'm just seeing if the whole book is in. Yeah.
Let me check.
Yeah, it's there. How many pages do you have in that one?
With everything.
Yeah.
The final page, the final numbered page, is 453.
350.
Interesting.
Huh. I wonder if the whole book is here.
Well,
let me go to the table of contents and see. Yeah, looks like the whole book is here. That's interesting. So let's open up the interior.
Let's see here. So, yeah, the height, it's pretty comparable, but you can see that the spine width is definitely This is the Barnes & Noble spine is narrower than the Amazon spine.
Yeah, this is definitely different.
The cover,
yeah.
No, it feels pretty similar.
Yeah, and but the back is richer, because you see the author picture.
The tones.
You see the tones on the author picture. You can see that they're different there.
But that is something we noticed even with the Amazon books. If they were published in a different print shop, we had ours come from 2 different print shops, our proofs. And the cover colors were definitely different. But this looks, I mean, similar. It's just thinner.
Yeah, cool.
But did you do something different with the...
I must have picked a different paper. It looks like it's the same paper.
You've got...
That looks wider though, doesn't it?
I think you have... What happened is that you have smaller margins.
Oh.
See?
Yeah, I didn't do that.
There's
you're right.
less blank space on the page. So what we're looking at now is that there's less blank space for the outer margins in the Barnes & Noble version.
Barnes & Noble.
So this is something to keep in mind, because depending on which publisher you're going with, this would be Nook Publishing, is what it said on the label. This is Amazon, what is it called? Amazon Publishing or something? Kindle Publishing, I think.
Kindle Publishing, yeah.
So definitely it's good to get proofs when you put it out in various locations, because it will look different. I actually like how that one looks.
Yeah, but I'm going to be right up front and honest with you that the Barnes & Noble copy
more expensive.
Is more expensive.
Yeah.
And if it's more expensive than Amazon. So it's if you are going to buy the hard copy, and I just need to remind...
Paperback. Yes, we don't have any hardbacks.
Okay, I just want to say that if you're going to buy the paperback or even the e-copy, you need to send me a note from a responsible adult in your life to get this. Okay. Anyway, so that's neat. So you got to see the unboxing. You got to see us do some live comparing there.
It looks good, but
I like the feel of this one more than that one. But
I don't know. I like this one's got some weight to it.
Yeah,
definitely.
But it's a good deal.
Yep.
Good deal. Okay.
I mean,
awesome.
Overall, the cover quality looks very similar. Like you said, that one's probably more saturated. This one does look a little bit. I don't know if that. So is the photo on the back a little discolored? Maybe.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's more of an orange tone to it. So these are things, if you're really involved in the color design on your covers, you might want to take that into account too, because as I said, we had the 2 Amazon proofs come from different locations. One of them was definitely a deeper, richer, and the other one looked more desaturated.
Anyway, I'm going to take some time after the podcast and go through this just a little bit more, but I'm going to go ahead and probably end up releasing it. Now, the Tucci Chronicles are available for pre-sale, December 1st on Amazon Kindle, Nook, Barnes & Noble Nook, and on Kobo right now. And they will be probably before December 1st available for Apple and Google Play. And so the technical question is, well, you were already up on Amazon. Why do you feel the need to expand, since Amazon is obviously the elephant or the giant in the room? And it's just because some people just do not like Amazon. And also, let's just get it out there.
Well, and there are some people, like you said, it may not even be that they don't like it. Maybe they just don't use it. People use different types of devices, and if it's an EPUB format, you can basically read it anywhere. It doesn't matter what specific device you have, but Amazon has got the Kindle, Barnes & Noble has the Nook, and then Kobo is another version. And actually our daughter, who does author work also, who hasn't released in a while, but one of the things that she was using is called Draft to Digital, which I think also does a wider publication. And we haven't looked into that one. I don't know if we plan to. I looked at it very briefly and learned that it does distribution to the big EPUBs already. So it's like, I'm not sure if it's redundant, since I've already done all that work. So it's something that we're going to be doing some research, but it's some pretty cool stuff. So actually, I'm pretty pleased. It looks good.
And go on.
I like that it doesn't have the proof banner on it, because that's the one thing about when you order your proof copy from Amazon, they put they don't want you reselling it, basically. So even though that you wrote it.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about that. Does it say anything inside the back cover? Oh, look at that.
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah, cool.
You've got a QR code in there.
If you want to know what it is, you have to buy the book.
I will say, as JT mentioned, this is more of an 18 plus book. So it's not meant for anyone younger than that. It does have mature subject matter. It has violence. It has a lot of graphic sex. So something to keep in mind. If that's your cup of tea, you might really enjoy it. If not, you may want to avoid it.
Yeah, we have plenty of other selections for you. So, give it a try, have a look.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about something now exciting that we discovered, which has probably been known for years out in the world, but we just discovered it. And it sort of went hand in hand. We discovered it before we went to Thanksgiving. But we've learned that my awesome aunt prefers audiobooks over written books. And so it was a very nice surprise to learn that Google Play is doing automated
narration
of books. And I did a quick research, and some people like it, some people don't like it. Some people say that, that it sounds pretty straightforward. And there's the artificial intelligence component, which people just have all sorts of red flags and everything about. And I got a newsflash for you folks. Yeah. AI is probably already, deep into your lives and you don't even know it yet, especially if you have any of the machines in your house that listen to you.
The Amazon version. I'm not going to mention it because if you're listening to this and you have one in your room and I mention it, it will activate.
Yeah.
So I will not mention it.
And Google has one too. So you're already part of that AI network. So just so you're aware. But when when our account is activated on Google Play, I'm going to stick a book in that narration thing and see what it's like and test it out and let you know what it's like. I'm pretty excited about it. I'm hoping that something that it works out that we can share with my aunt, and that except for Tucci, we're not going to.
No, she's not reading that one.
She's not reading that.
But there are obviously other things that we may consider in the future. I don't know if you've thought about going with an actual book narrator at some point and putting it out there somewhere like Audible, Spotify, wherever they go. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
But it would be something for us to think about in the future because we do want to have it properly read at some point with someone who has voiced acting background.
Right. And, and there's the challenge is there's a big challenge if you write a book like From Tundra to Tiara, where you have two different characters. You have a male and a female character. The male narrates one chapter and the female narrates the other chapter. And I'm pretty sure, though I haven't researched, I think that the auto-narration process in Google Play doesn't acknowledge that. So that may not get in there. So, someday we may just spring in and have us do it.
We could do that.
We could do that. That would be fun.
Do a chapter at a time.
And we don't even have
recording it. Yep.
Yeah, we would be in the same room and we actually would be reading the parts too. So that could be interesting.
That could be fun.
That could be fun.
That might actually be a project for next year if we get bored.
Yeah.
Well, we have other projects in mind for next year too.
Yeah, we have other projects. So
we maybe actually, just to give you some advance notice on what's coming in the future, we mentioned the basement earlier, and we're looking at turning that into a studio space. So my thought is that maybe our last podcast of 2023 will be New Year's Eve, because that's a Sunday. So maybe we will christen our new studio on New Year's Day and do a podcast from down there. So maybe something, if you want to keep hanging in there and follow along as we get this set up. It's going to be pretty raw in the beginning, but we may also talk about our plans for 2024 during that New Year's Day podcast.
Yeah, we have a lot. We have a lot to going on, and we got a lot of books to get out there, and most importantly, at the beginning of this podcast, I mentioned that writing books is two parts. It's making money and spending money, and we've talked mostly about spending money because this isn't cheap in that, that isn't right. I don't want to say it that way. It costs in time and effort. It doesn't cost money, for example, except to buy the proofs.
Right.
But it does take time, and time is everybody's most valuable resource.
Well, and we should caveat that because we did spend money on cover design. Yeah. We did spend money on proper editing. So there is an upfront cost, but once you get that cost and you upload it, the uploading process doesn't cost you anything but time. We did buy the Atticus software that we've mentioned pretty frequently now, which great investment that has helped improve our process so that we can get the paperback versions out there.
So lifesaver.
We are financially kind of investing in improving and expanding our products.
Yeah, in order to make money, you got to spend money.
Yes.
But you also have to create product, and you have to make, and you have to create a product. And that's where I've got to get back into the writing thing. And I mentioned earlier that I do have in my brain 3, 4, and 5 of the Maggie series all ready to go. I also have a space epic, which I haven't figured out what to do with. Maybe I should just set aside the Maggie series and just, do that. We keep going back and forth.
No, put the space epic on hold for now, because that's the one you're having more trouble with.
Yeah.
Finish Maggie.
Right.
And I will say that many people really enjoy the Maggie books. They're set in a fictional Nevada county. You have a really good grasp on Nevada because we've both lived here for a very long time. The character, Sheriff Maggie, the main character, is awesome, and so are all the side characters. So I think you should finish that one, then go back and revisit the space epic.
Yeah, and I'm thinking that the space epic is going to go on Vella.
Vella?
Yeah, Vella. And go on Vella. And that way I can make corrections as I go along as people read it. So that might be a plan.
And the process on Vella is that you have to have several chapters ready to go initially. And you cannot publish it as a book until the entire series is finished.
Yeah.
But with the space epic, with it being so long, it would be a prime test for Vella, because some people are still a little bit iffy on it. It could be, people might enjoy the sequence of following along. It makes it more interactive. Or it could just be frustrating, and why bother?
Yeah,
we'll see, and we'll report back.
But, but at 130, 140,000 words and multiple chapters, it seems like it's just made for something like that. So I'm looking forward to that.
A serialization.
Yeah. So lots of exciting stuff out there. So what we do ask for you to do is go check out our website, check out these books, and please read the books. Yeah, please read the books.
JT has been doing a lot of work to get these expanded distribution. So please buy a copy here and there he's twitching. Relax him a little bit. He's supposed to be retired now.
Yeah, no.
But the other day, I think you got started when I went to work, and you put in like a 12-hour day.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
The retirement stuff is, exhausting, man.
This is what I thought would happen, though, once you got to, because initially early in retirement, you just weren't sure what to do with yourself. Yeah. Completely bored. But now it seems like you have more of a purpose. So
yeah, the challenge, of course, is once you get all this stuff set and everything, then what happens? But we'll worry about that when the bridge. When we get the bridge. The
other thing that I've thought about, I don't know if you've taken the idea seriously, is that when I retire, we want to travel. So maybe a book tour.
Book tour. Woo.
So if you wanted to meet us in person, as we travel around the country, and no, you don't want to do it.
Of course,
it's something to think about.
It's something to think
because
about.
I have seen others who have done just kind of, they find out who would be interested. What cities should I visit, kind of thing, and then set up a tour with a local bookstore, not a chain bookstore, a local one, because we want to support local bookstores. So something we might think about after I retire.
So if you've got any ideas for us or any feedback or anything like that, that's good to talk about. Did we want to talk about everything? We had a pretty much jam-packed episode, as we usually do.
I think we covered all the high points, really. Yeah. I mean, we're coming into now, seriously, the Christmas season, which the house is turning Christmas today.
Christmas bomb. We'll do a Christmas tour later, so you guys will do a TikTok or a YouTube, and so you guys will have something to see.
That is something else I will mention, that I do have plans to do some YouTube videos for Christmas, similar to the Spooktober with Edgar Allan Poe, but more Christmas themed, obviously. So I have a few plans in that arena too, but first of all, I have to get the house decorated.
Right. Okay, so commercial time. You can check out our books. You can check out our podcast. You can check out our TikToks. You can check out all sorts of things by going to our website at www.carsonhume.com, where we have all sorts of fun stuff out there, and you have an avenue to get to us. One thing I was going to mention that I forgot to mention, I'm going to do it very quickly, is a very kind reader followed me on Goodreads and said, JT, you need to go to Goodreads more often. So I went out there and I was like, yeah, I got to spend more time on Goodreads. So I'm out there on Goodreads under JT Hume, and the blog feed is there, and all my books are there too. So check me out on Goodreads under JT Hume. And check out our website under www.carsonhume.com. And let us know what you think. If you've got any ideas about how to make us better, please let us know. Feedback makes us better writers, and it makes us better human beings.
I'm also on Goodreads as Cassidy Carson. So
yeah.
Mine is very neglected because obviously I haven't gotten a lot of writing done lately. But I believe Tundra to Tiara should be up there.
Yeah.
And so who knows, maybe, I know we can do Goodreads giveaways, maybe. That
Yeah.
might be something to do with the author copies that we've gotten.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. We can do giveaways and stuff, but we'll talk about that next time.
Yes, that's a future podcast.
Future podcast. Anything else?
No, I just hope that you've had a good long weekend. If you had some time off, that as we're heading into the horror of the holidays, as I think your grandfather used to say, that you stay well, that it's a difficult time of year for people in the Northern Hemisphere where the days are shorter, and we get some seasonal depression. So take care of yourself, stay warm, reach out. It's a great time to read cozy books, curl up with some hot chocolate in your favorite chair and read the Tucci Chronicles, if that's your cup of tea.
Or from Tundra to Tiara, which is the
that's perfect.
Opposite of the books. Okay, so sitting over there, CC.
And over there's JT.
We thank you for your time, and we'll check in with you later. You all take care. Love you lots. Bye-bye.
Bye.